Hello, good afternoon. You've got a surprise guest, myself, on the call. We're having some slight technical difficulties in Ghana, but hopefully we'll resolve it. But guess what? We have our one and only Sarah on the show today, and really, it's we've been doing is a 30-day challenge. I'm just here to help out, and hopefully Olali will be back online very soon. So, Sarah from Turkey, are you there?
Yes,
Sarah?
I am.
Great.
Afternoon, good evening.
You're surprised to see me, aren't you? Yeah?
Yes,
yeah,
I am. I wasn't expecting that.
Exactly. Alali tells me in Ghana they're having a electricity problem, the whole of Ghana.
Oh,
so the lights are down. Yeah. So he's online at the moment, but his camera is not quite showing at the moment. So we're hoping that we'll be online from Ghana very soon. So Sarah, what's been happening?
What's been happening? I don't know. I'm gonna ask people if they are watching me. It's actually day 6 now in Ghana. If they had started on the 2nd of March, so the day 6 is really good because as I mentioned before, you might get some detoxifying symptoms first 3 to 4 days. Then on your 5th day or the 6th day, you might have kind of like feeling lighter, have more focus, have more energy. Hopefully you are enjoying it. So yeah, that's
I can say to everybody here, I've been through the program. So by this day I was kind of a bit funny, feeling a bit dizzy, feeling headaches. But like you say, that's a good sign. Is that a good sign if they're feeling headaches or they're feeling a little bit?
It's a very good sign. You know what? You are detoxifying all the toxins, excess of hormones, carcinogens, undigested food, which is not really serving your body, that's blocked up your system all these years. Now it's time to really release it. That's why please give yourself opportunity to go through this detoxify, and then you'll be good.
Great. So what you're saying is when you're feeling all these headaches, it's like starting the process of detoxifying the body. And is it like I said, it's the bad stuff fighting the good stuff. Yeah. So you're putting good stuff, and the bad stuff is fighting for space. Yeah. And that's it. Yeah.
But I think good stuff will win anyway.
Fantastic. Well, I'm gonna try and introduce somebody that everybody knows. he just had some technical issues. You know, Ghana is becoming like Nigeria now, where electricity is coming in and coming out. So we're brothers and sisters. We're brothers and sisters. So I'm going to bring up. I think we've got some light in Ghana now. So I'm going to bring up the one and only Olali back online. Olali, are you there? Olali, are you there?
Hi. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good morning, everyone.
Good
to
afternoon.
see you, Sarah. Good to see you, Mr. Tony.
Good afternoon. So I was just filling in for you, Olali, and I said we just had a few things saying that by now some people will be feeling some headaches and some kind of things if they've been on the program, so they should expect it. It's the good fighting the bad, yeah, and the good will prevail. The good will win, yeah. So, Olali, it's your show. I'm out of here, but hopefully have a great show, yeah. Okay.
Oh, thank you so much.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Tony, for holding the fort. Right. Good day. Happy Sunday, and let me say from Ghana, happy Independence Anniversary to all of us. It's been 64 years
wow.
of being independent. Yes. Thank you, Sarah. And good to see you. Sorry for the delay in transmission earlier, but I think we are good to go now.
Don't worry.
How is Turkey?
Yeah, Turkey is great. The weather is warming up a bit, so yeah, enjoying the sun. You know, I always love sun.
Great.
Sun is amazing.
Okay. Fantastic. So, now, just as everybody can see. Yes, of course, absolutely. We're just going to go into that, and I just want to quickly say to everyone, welcome to the first, live telecast of one-on-one with Dr. Sarah Danieldis. She's a nutritionist and a kinesiologist. She would have to explain what that means probably later in the show. And for this afternoon, we're going to be touching on hypertension. You remember on Thursday, we spoke about, we discussed the same topic with Dr. Toby, the medical perspective. And today we are having Dr. Sarah giving us the nutritionist perspective. So we've looked at the medical perspective, and this afternoon we're going to be looking at the nutritionist aspect, the pros and cons of eating well and not eating well, how it will go far along to help your health, especially even in these times that we having COVID, sweep across the world, and we having nations devastated by this pandemic. But I believe that by good nutrition, we should have proper health and all of that. So, Dr. Sarap, once again, welcome to the show. I know you've been looking forward to this particular day.
Yes, I've been looking forward.
So first off, right. And I want to also say a very big thank you to you and your team from the Food for Life Institute, giving us the opportunity in Africa to also experience what it is actually to have good meals that taste good. And out of those meals, we would be able to fight, prevent, and reverse lifestyle diseases. We owe it a lot to you. Thank you for taking the pain to come to Africa to study our food. Most of the times, people will be like, okay, so why is it that it's a white lady, a white woman, who is kind of like going to give me the menu plan for my health challenge? And I'm like, whoa, you don't know. We refused to do it. She came, she came to Africa. She came to study our food, and she understands it. And that is why she's willing to help us. I can see joining us all the way. You are streaming live with us, Marvel Steen. Yes, that's Marvel joining us all the way from Nigeria. Good afternoon to you, Marvel. So Sarah, yes, global. Over to you.
Okay.
Yes, we are global.
Thank you so much for all this information. And then what I would say is why I am passionate about really helping people in Africa, because your food is actually stronger medicine than the people actually live in the Western countries. And maybe some people know that I actually live in the UK, but I'm currently in Turkey, where my family are from. So of course, our background, we also grow our own food. But what fascinates me in Africa, you still have your kind of like native food, and food you can still actually find it in your local market, and then it's as natural as possible. So that's why when I came to Ghana first time, I went to the local market straight away. I didn't want to go to supermarket because I know all the foods from there is actually imported and it's not grown in Ghana, and you pay 3-4 times more, and then you get very little nutrition, maybe even no nutrition, I have to say. Reason is because it's imported, it's got with pesticides, herbicides. By the time you actually prepare and cook, and the sponsor is Salad Master. If you are not cooking it in Salad Master, you are not gonna get anything out of your food, which means you pay more, but you are not really doing anything for your health. That's why we
Okay, so what you're saying, Serap, is that a lot of people, even in Africa, would end up going to the supermarkets like the malls to buy imported food, but at the end of the day, they end up spending a lot of money buying that food, but it gives them nothing but toxins. Is that right?
That's right, because it's they spray many things because they can't really bring the organic food because it takes time to just like do the storage, and then the radiation when it travels. Like there is more toxin when you really eat the imported food. And the one thing I can actually tell you why I am saying it, because I can compare it, the price and the quality of the food from the local market and food from the supermarket. So if you are doing this program, we really urge you to really get organic and natural from the local market or from your local farmers to really get most out of your really 30 days cellular cleanse. Of course, we are going to talk about
and this is a free tip. This is a free tip from Dr. Serap. You won't get it anywhere else other than this live stream that is happening between Ghana and Turkey at the moment. We are worlds apart, different time zones, but she's made time to join us this Sunday afternoon. Thank you so much, Serap. And now let's quickly dive into the topics for today. Today we are looking at diabetes and hypertension. So I know Dr. Toby, from the medical perspective, he explained on Thursday what hypertension is. But what really, to you as a nutritionist? Oh, so we have Barrister Kojo Kelly also joining the stream live. Good afternoon, Barrister, wherever you are. We see you joining the live stream. Yes. So what's hypertension to the layman's perspective? What would it be in simple terms? What's hypertension?
Okay, the simple terms, I'm sure Dr. Torby explained to you medical aspect, but everything is actually happens the water in the kidneys. So because we have the water is actually going around the body, and then when the water actually travels, and then if there is a pressure is high, which is like a two minerals are responsible for this. One is sodium and one is potassium. So when you have high sodium level in the water, it will go and hit the artery walls. So when you have it a lot, like if you have a high sodium diet, or maybe stress, or if you are having like kind of like alcohol, smoking, and then maybe high sugar, high fat diet, that's actually going to make it worse. The water will hit into the artery walls, it will start damaging it. So when it hits it, it will actually raise your blood pressure. So that's actually happening gradually. But the most important thing is people don't know what causes it. Root cause of the problem is if you have high sodium food and less potassium, then these days actually, yes, we do, because of the Western diet and eating more processed, not really like eating the natural and organic food. That's why people actually started having more pressure problem. So the high blood pressure is so common. It's actually the first, I think, the most common one probably in Ghana, I believe. Probably diabetes is second most common.
Absolutely, because according to our survey before this particular call, yes, and I agree with you, Serap, that is the most devastating lifestyle disease currently in Ghana, because even according to our survey, we had about 70% of the people who took the survey, thinking for hypertension as a lifestyle disease they are concerned about or probably have been diagnosed. So 70% of the people coming back to say, yes, hypertension is something we are concerned about. That means that it really is devastating.
So,
now, you mentioned
COVID,
that.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, please go ahead, sir.
If you have the high blood pressure already, please, I urge you to take action, because this is a great opportunity for you to be on this program right now. Reason is because we have people reversed it within 2 weeks. Okay. I am just working with the medical doctors. I don't ask people to come off the medication. So what they would do, they will let the doctors know that they are gonna be on this program, and then they are gonna eat healthy, but your kind of like Ghanaian food. But 30 day, I don't want people to give up within 2 weeks, even though their blood pressure is going down. They keep taking the medication, they go on this program, complete it, 30 days later, go and visit your doctor again. And then doctor will tell you whether you need to come up or not. But we already have the testimonials in Accra, Ghana, or even Kumasi, or wherever you are listening us, actually all around Ghana. So we really have people to reverse it within 30 days, even 2 weeks. So that's why this is an amazing opportunity, because before the COVID-19 comes to you, because people don't die from the COVID, if you have the high blood pressure, that's actually going to make it worse. This is the kind of like a causing the death, like diabetes, if you have a...
Okay, Sarah. Now, early on, you mentioned that foods that are rich in sodium could actually trigger the diabetes. Sorry, the hypertension. Which means that a lot of salt intake. But salt is a spice, and in our part of the world, it's quite difficult for you to go into a home where you would, be comfortable to say, look, you need to stop taking salt, or probably in moderation. If you want to consume salt, it should be in moderation and all of that. What do you think would be the best, substitute for salt? Because I also believe that in most of our foods that we prepare in Africa, most of them have a lot of, salt, which is they have a lot of salt already present in them naturally. But we still go ahead to add salt to the spice, probably when we are preparing stew or soup, or just not it.
Sure. Let me explain. The salt doesn't mean it's just you are going to get the salt from the sodium, because all of the minerals in the natural salt is actually giving you even the flavor and the taste. So that's why what happens if you are not eating natural food, or if you are not cooking it the right way, so you will be adding more salt into your food. But unfortunately, people actually use is processed salt, which they get it from the supermarket. Even some local market, they actually sell it as well, like table salt. So table salt is actually the poison, which means it's got more sodium in it, and there is not other minerals. It's actually processed to get only sodium out of it. So that's the reason I would say the table salt is not very good for you. I suggest people to use the sea salt or rock salt, so which is actually in your own country, so you can get all the other minerals in this salt, even potassium in it. That's the reason actually people have the issue with sodium. So the other thing is where people get the more sodium when you use like a chicken cube, fish cube, or the beef cubes, whatever the cubes you are adding into your stew or soup to get the flavor back. Reason you are losing the flavor because you're cooking like a cookware. If you are using aluminium, stainless steel, non-stick, they actually have the toxic metal, so it's leaching into your food, and then every time you taste your food, it's actually bitter, or there is no taste to it. So what you do, you put more cubes, more salt, more spice. You are actually adding more sodium. That's the reason people actually started having high blood pressure. I tell you, I actually talked to people in Nigeria as well. I said to them, people in Africa, you shouldn't really have high blood pressure at all. Reason is
Wow.
because yeah, because the way you prepare your food and choice of the food is completely wrong these days. That's why people started having this lifestyle disease. And of course, the stress, because if you are living in a big city and like leading the modern lifestyle, working in a big companies like corporates, of course, you have more pressure. But if you eat well and then kind of like reduce the stress, then you are not going to have the issue at all. Okay, let me tell you the potassium rich. So
Yeah.
the menu I'm sending it to people is already balanced, which means we are not using any cubes, which is causing the monosodium glutamate. So the monosodium glutamate is a cancer-causing substance as well as giving you sodium in it. So which means every time you use the cubes, you are adding more cancer-causing substance and sodium. Then also we are not asking you to use the table salt. We give you option of sea salt or the rock salt, for which you can get all the other minerals. And then the choice of the food we actually do is really like your local food. For example, high potassium foods are sweet potatoes, yam, cocoa yam, I would say avocado, coconut, banana, plantain. So can you imagine all of the things you eat it very often, almost every day? And even I know that you drink the coconut water, the fresh one. This is the only country I can get it everywhere actually. So this is something like at your doorstep, all your amazing medicine. That's why I was telling you, your food is stronger medicine than the one we have. You know, we live on taking supplements more than you actually get. Like, for example, medication you are getting, so you are getting the side effects more. But if you really understand your food as medicine, gradually you won't need your medicine. You don't really need to take even supplements because you will get everything from your food. That's why
You know,
now.
Sarah,
Mhm.
I'm
Sorry, we are frozen.
super nutritional value, and you know, any other place in the world, we don't.
Hello, Holale. Until I probably hear you, I probably carry on explaining how to reverse the high blood pressure until you come back. So basically, what I said, we are avoiding the high sodium and we are now putting more potassium food, which is your natural food already. And the one thing, of course, if you are going to get it from your local market or the local farmers, so we actually aim that we are getting the more nutrients. Let's say you get 99% or 98% as a raw. But the preparation and the cooking part is so important. If you are going to, I give you an example. So you are going to see it in the Salad Master presentation as well. Let me explain about how people prepare yam and cooking it, and then how much they are losing the potassium or the other vitamins like B vitamins, vitamin C. So let's say you are going to cook yam today, yeah. So the first thing people actually get the yam. Yam is like a whole thing. Is you need to probably they actually slice it first, and then they peel it and they wash it. So the anything grows under the ground actually keeps the nutrients just under the skin. If you peel it straight away, you already lose the 50%, which is your organic yam. Yeah. And then people tend to wash it before they cook it. So when you wash it, because we have water soluble vitamins like B vitamins and C in the yam, so you are losing it already. So the way people cook it in the water, again, leaching all the nutrients into the water and then applying high heat, and then start losing the nutrients. But one thing they also keep is the starch. So that starch is going to cause the toxic fat, and even causing the blood, it's going to affect your blood sugar level as well. So
hold on, Sarah. So you mean that even the excess starch from the yam, cooking the yam directly in water,
yes,
lead on to blood pressure? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, because you are losing the potassium in there to help you to reverse blood pressure. But I'm also saying if you keep the starch by boiling it in the water, because it's gonna stay in there. Because starch you can't remove it basically, even though you throw it, but you still have the starch inside. But then it will actually affect your blood sugar level. Or if you are okay with it, if you are not going to using that starch as an energy, which is your glucose, if you are not active, if you sit a lot, then it's going to turn into toxic fat, will cause inflammation, will cause cancer. It will actually attacking your DNA of the cells, cause cancer, and you will actually start putting on weight more. So the reason I'm saying, because we are giving you all the solution, not only the choice of the food, so the how you prepare and cook your yam to get your cooked food into medicine. Like you get the 93% of the potassium, vitamin C, vitamin B, and the other ones, like some of them has got vitamin E as well. All of the minerals and vitamins from your yam, as well as we have a system like Salad Master is designed to cook the starchy vegetables into amazing like a culinary basket. They will probably show you if you connect Salad Master people. Then if you haven't seen the presentation, they will come and actually show you, or the virtual kind of show they can do. But what I'm saying, if you haven't seen it, I would like you to really just book a session. They are going to show you how to prepare and make your cooked yam into medicine, just to have the 93% of nutrients, and also remove the
right, Sarah. Okay, so now before we even go to the whole of the Salad Master bit, you just revealed that even with just a tuber, which is yam, the little mistake of peeling and cooking in water could lead adversely to not just hypertension but even to cancer, which is quite a revelation to all of us today, that even the yam that we see as yam could be poisonous to us in the long run if we are not careful with it. Now, what are some of the foods that I know you would expand on this, but let's look at some of the foods that, apart from yam, that could increase our blood pressure. What are some of the food stuff that we consume, especially in our local context in Africa or in Ghana?
You mean the increase, or like
yes, the increase.
Okay, what I said is the sodium, and also eating processed food, like for example, if you are having the things like in the morning, which is your chocolate drink, it's got also kind of like sodium in it, and also it's got sugar. Sugar is also causing, it's not just about the sodium, I'm not talking about the sodium here, but if you are eating the processed high sugar food, like a fried like a junk and fried food, which is the high fat, and then also if you consume alcohol, or even beverages like fizzy drinks, or if you smoke, and then also the stress, what I said, the modern lifestyle, that's why people actually can't really kind of take the pressure as much from work, all the worries they have, like a financial worries, or there are lots of responsibilities at the moment. People can't really deal with it as much. So we are also giving some tips for the stress, reducing the stress, and then also choice of the food. But the food combination already helping people to really start seeing the difference within 2 weeks. So because the combination of the things I told you, like the smoothies I'm giving people, It's got plantain in it. It's got banana, coconut, avocado. Can you imagine? Your medicine is
Of
already
course, Sarah.
in one meal.
Trust me, I think the breakfast for day 4 was amazing.
Yes.
Trust me, when I had that smoothie for day 4, I was blown. For the whole of the day, usually I'll have fluctuations in my energy levels, but for the whole of the day, I was so alert. I could just carry myself on. And when it was lunchtime, I didn't even feel like I was going to have lunch because I was still heavy. And it was good because it helped me to kind of like monitor my diet and to make sure that I wasn't overfeeding myself, you know, because I realized that from December to January, what happened was that probably I was beginning to develop pot belly a little bit. I got a lot of people saying, hey, you're putting on pot belly and all of that. So I was beginning to watch my weight. And I think that was it for me. And that was the encouragement for me that, look, this thing really works and everyone should sign up on it. So if you're just joining us, this is our 30 days health restore challenge, and we're having Dr. Sarab Daniildis joining us all the way from Sunday afternoon, and we are talking about hypertension and diabetes. What are some of the practices that can lead you on to those 2 lifestyle diseases? What can you do to reverse or prevent them, even if you've not kind of like been diagnosed yet? What can you do to prevent them? And Dr. Sarab has walked us through the journey using some foods that could actually increase your blood sugar level or your blood level. We've spoken about we've spoken about fizzy drinks, the imported junk food that is not so healthy for us. She told us actually that the food from Africa, especially Ghana, because we are doing Ghana, especially Ghana, has the potency to be able to reverse and prevent lifestyle diseases. But the way we cook and prepare our food turns the food into poison. In a nutshell, the food become, leaves some sort of, would I say radical, what's the name to, what I was going to say something, but it just went off head. But the way we prepare and cook our food actually affects the potency of the food before we even eat it. And that leads us to get all of these lifestyle diseases. Now, Dr. Sarah, we've spoken about the foods that could actually increase the blood level. What are some of the things, the foods that we can eat now to be someone who's
I couldn't really hear you clearly because it was breaking up. Let me just get that in a minute. Maybe I can. So Lali, when you come back, you can ask me again. So basically, yes, this is actually kind of covering the high blood pressure. But if you have any questions or concern, of course, if you don't really reverse high blood pressure right now, then it will lead you to also have the issue with the stroke. Because I believe people actually died for not just like they had the high blood pressure, but the cause of the death was also the stroke. So that's why we want to help people to reverse it as soon as possible before you had this issue in the future. Maybe I will start talking about the diabetes. So I believe we have a cell diagram. So Holali,
okay.
I just wrapped up.
Yes, Sarah. Sorry, I think.
Sure.
Okay, I was going to ask you to give us some of the foods. Yes, some of the foods we could take to be able to, reduce the sugar levels, especially in these times. You reveal that even if we don't eat well, we are exposing ourselves to the underlying factor, which could be hypertension for COVID. So what are some of the foods we can eat in these times to be able to reduce the sugar, the blood levels? Sorry, before we move on to diabetes.
Sure. Okay, what I said, please just have the food rich in potassium, and then which are, I already explained, you can have the sweet potatoes, yams, cocoyam, you can have avocado, banana, coconuts, plantain. So these are already available all the time actually in Ghana. And then you can also get things from the also some grains like oats you can have. And these are the things. And also remember, it's not about just the potassium. We are actually giving you all the nutrients our body needs, and also giving you the fiber, enough fiber to remove all the things it's not serving you, which means I would say most of the diseases happen when we have too much fat accumulated in the trillions of cells. So we already have 70 trillions. So again, it's not about just the potassium or the other minerals. So we have to think about this as a whole. So when you really follow this program, we combined all the a high fiber, we combined the good fat, we combined the plant-based protein. So we also give you kind of a low glycemic index. I explain more when I talk to you about diabetes. But what I'm saying, the 4 steps of the program already covering the right type of food. Even in the morning, what you said, you are not going to feel hungry because you get all the nutrients and all the fiber and satisfaction. So it's going to keep you going until lunchtime or even sometimes evening. But I ask people to have 3 times a day because this is something like you haven't done it before. I can't make people to really eat 2 times, but listen to your body again when you get used to it. So you might not really require more food. Okay, excellent.
Okay.
Let me explain about this. Then I
cover. Okay, Sarah, go ahead. Yes, sure.
Okay, this is a cell diagram. It could be anywhere in the body. So we have 70 trillions of cells. So let me tell you what happens every time we eat carbohydrate. So the carbohydrate is actually our primary energy, giving our primary energy. So for example, if you had, let's say, sweet potato. So then sweet potato is actually carbohydrate, but this is actually going to convert into glucose into body in order to be used by the mitochondria in the cells. So mitochondria is our energy powerhouse. So as you can see, I don't know how much you can follow. Let me just talk about insulin resistance, and I'm going to link it to other lifestyle diseases as well. So now we have this sweet potato. It turned into glucose to be used as an energy, because energy needs for the brain and for the body. So we can't really think about just like a separate, because we need to function well in our brain as well. That's why we need glucose. So the glucose is available. Now our organ pancreas makes the hormone called insulin. So every time glucose is available, so the hormone is releasing from the pancreas, which is insulin, which is the blue part. So now insulin and the cell receptors are the red one here. They are having a communication. So now insulin talks to cell receptors, please let the glucose into the cells in order to be used by the mitochondria as an energy. That's why we don't really kind of get the energy just on the surface level. We are getting this cellular energy. That's why it's long-lasting energy. That's why people don't get tired as much. They have more energy. They can actually walk or do exercise if they can actually use this into the cells. So unfortunately, what happens here, if you have too much fat accumulated in the cells, which are we call them intramyocellular lipids, and these are the inside of the muscle cells, fat is called intramyocellular lipids. So these are the yellow part. So now every time you actually have some of the food, I'm going to explain what the bad fat, sticky fat. Let me just remind you, I told you the other day, we have 3 types of fat causing the sticky fat, which is actually accumulated already here, the yellow part. The first one is this saturated fat. These are from the animal products. That's why in this program, we don't eat the animal products because it's causing the sticky fat. The second bad fat, which is the sticky fat as well, is the Every time you cook your food in the oil and saute onion, garlic, ginger, it's actually exposed to the heat, and then that heat is going to cause oxidization. So this is actually oxidized fat. This is your second bad and then sticky fat. The third one is your margarine. So the margarine is a trans fat, is from a liquid oil, and it just forms into hard oil, which is actually processed and also oxidized. So that's why if you have this kind of things from the processed food, like a fried food, if you are getting it from the animal products or using margarine and eating cakes, biscuits, so your body and your cells will accumulate. So what happens here? So most of you already have it. Hopefully after the 30 days, you are going to remove it from your system. Then what will happen here? So now insulin is talking to cell receptors, letting the glucose get into the cells, because this is actually not allowing because of the fat. So now glucose will come in, bounce back. Glucose will come in, bounce back. So this is your insulin resistance, where the like diabetes actually starts. So what is the solution? We are actually removing those things and adding good fat, and we are cleansing all the excess of the fat, causing the insulin resistance, causing the inflammation, causing the cancer, causing the arthritis. I can even say like cholesterol, all of the lifestyle diseases, actually the root cause is this really bad fats. So we are really clearing them all up, and then people actually even reverse the diabetes within 30 days to 60 days. So this is explaining about how you can actually reverse diabetes as well as the other lifestyle disease. So let me tell you about diabetes. I believe now people just say even there are 4 types of diabetes, but I tell you what they are. The first one is the type 1. Type 1 is the child onset diabetes. So it happens when the children are young. So what happens if the babies are not breastfed enough? Because the best thing to really breastfeed the babies at least 6 months up to 12 months. But these days, like maybe some moms don't really have the milk, or because they go back to work early, and then they actually don't actually feed their babies up to 6 months. So their immune system is not developed enough. So that's why actually they when they are attacked by a virus, so they can't actually fight with it. So that actually caused the type 1 in the future, which means it's actually autoimmune problem. So the type 1 in this program actually is manageable. So you are not gonna have as much issue if you follow this, but it's not reversible. So, and then other thing is the type 2 is the most common one, is the type 2 is the like lifestyle diseases, when you choose the wrong type of the lifestyle, which means with the choice of your food, if it's actually high processed and the high fat, and the one I explained, if you accumulated too much fat already in your cells, then you will have the issue with the blood sugar level. So type 3 is the gestational, which is like it happens when it's in the pregnancy. So like a pregnant woman can have it during the pregnancy. After the delivery of the baby, it will disappear. But if they don't change their lifestyle, then they might develop it as a type 2 diabetes. And then they also say other one is actually at the moment, they call it Alzheimer, is also, they call it type 3 as well. So we are also tackling Alzheimer and dementia in our program. but it's actually more specific things. I actually advise different things for that. So these are the explaining about the diabetes, but we are really telling people we can help people with the type 2, which is the lifestyle diseases. But people might be saying, oh, the type 2 is in our family already. So my dad, my mom, the grandfather, grandmom, all of them had it. So it's inheritary. But I say, because if you follow the same way what they were eating and how they were cooking, because you are also just carrying their habits. So those habits is not about the genes. For type 2, genes are not destiny, which means you can actually make the choice of the like a healthier lifestyle, then you will be able to reverse the type 2. So we have also testimonials, people done this program. We can have people already had the type 2 or pre-diabetic, and because I'm going to explain how it works in the body, but I'm just saying in this program, if you have the type 2 already, so you will be able to reverse it within 30 days to 60 days. So why am I saying 60 days? Diabetes might take little longer than other lifestyle diseases if they had the complications already. So one of the things I want to mention, people don't die from diabetes. People die from one of the complications. So please, I urge people. Yeah, do you want to ask anything?
No, you just mentioned that people don't die from diabetes. People die from the complication of one of the complications.
One of the or two of the. Depends on how long they had it and how much. How many different complications they already had.
So what could be some of the complications? Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, let me tell you about the signs and symptoms of diabetes first, then I will tell you the complications, because people might be thinking, how do I know that I have actually
absolutely
diabetes already?
Yeah.
Okay, basically, so people might have like a dizzy, feeling thirsty, and also some of them might be losing appetite, being overweight, like obese and overweight also. But some people are slim, they might have also type 2. I'm not saying all the people who have like a weight issue. And then you have like a blurred eyes. So you have a nerve problem, like feeling numbness in your hands and the feet. And then that kind of things, actually, these are the you go to the toilet frequently as well, during the night, like 2-3 times or more. And then these are the things like you can actually just catch. But also your energy level is showing as well. If it goes up and down.
But this also sound.
Hello. Okay, I can't hear you, but I'll carry on until you come back. So the energy level is like your yes.
New relation.
Okay, so the spike of your sugar level. So let me tell you what happens. If you have something in the morning, so let's say you chose to have your chocolate drink. I don't give the name now right now. So your chocolate drink, and you have 2-3 slices of bread with margarine on it. So then when you're going to have it in the morning, so then you go to work, you go to school, wherever you go to. So then 2 hours later, your blood sugar will go down, and you will actually have low energy, and you will start losing the focus and concentration. So what you do, you go and actually grab something, again, sugary, which you think that you are going to get the energy from that, and it will help for your concentration. Like you might have biscuits, chocolate, cake, coffee, whatever it is. You think that it will help you to keep you going until lunchtime. But what you do, you are actually playing up with your blood sugar level. It goes up and down. Is the choice of the food you already had. There is no nutritional value. There is no fiber in it. And then there is also something like a pure sugar that goes into your bloodstream very rapidly. It gives you spike of energy, then after a while it goes down. That's why it's like people actually having this yo-yo feeling. Then that will also lead them to have issues in the future with blood sugar level. So these are the things I would say to people. How we actually tackle this, we ask you to have unprocessed, low glycemic food. Glycemic index is the measuring how much sugar in the carbohydrate you eat. So if you normally use the high one, which is going to make your blood sugar level goes down quickly. But if you are going to eat the low glycemic index, so it will give you long-lasting energy. It will go into your bloodstream very slowly. So when you have your breakfast, for example, one of the drinks like smoothie in the morning, so it's designed to give you all the nutrients and fiber. And then also we chosen the unprocessed food, low glycemic index. That's why people don't feel hungry till lunchtime. So that time your energy is stable, your focus, your concentration is better. So that's the issue people are having. The choice of the food first thing in the morning is wrong, that it will affect their blood sugar level rest of the day actually. So that's why what I would say is, hello, welcome back. So what I
Hi.
what I say is not about you already have diabetes. It's the prevention. That's why we are actually helping people. Don't really come on this program only to reverse lifestyle diseases, but if you want to do the prevention, as you know, prevention is better than cure. That's why we are here to really help you to stabilize your blood sugar level, and also have a healthier lifestyle. That's why you can tackle the issues when you have it in the future. So
Hi,
welcome
sir.
back.
Well, we're having a bit of technical issues in Ghana at the moment.
That's
But
okay. I think, yeah.
Lali asked me to help him finish off and finish and sum up everything.
I think it's almost
I've been,
finishing.
yeah, I've been listening very carefully, and thank you very much so far. Thank you very much for what you've done and the information you've given. It's as usual the best information, and
Yes.
even if I'm biased. The other thing is just quickly. Could you just summarize roughly what you for? I think hypertension was the first one you did, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
If you can just
Right.
summarize for the benefit of the people that might have just come on the call, um, just a summary. What is hypertension? What foods do I need to avoid if I have it, and what can I have if I have it? Just a quick summary of that.
Yes, sure. Okay, hypertension, I said the pressure of the water in the kidneys, if it's too high, it will actually start damaging the artery of the walls. That will actually increase your blood pressure. So you can actually measure it at home, or you can actually go to the doctor and see. But of course, you will feel some kind of like dizziness, some like a feeling pain, and then you are going to have like a headache, that kind of signs and symptoms. But it's not about just one thing is causing it, but the root cause of the problem is the how much sodium and how much potassium is in the water you actually have in the choice of the food you have. But the other reasons are the high sugar diet. If you are having too much processed food and like a high sugar, like a sugar kind of content
Okay.
food, then it will actually increase. And like a fizzy beverages, stress would cause it, alcohol, smoking, so, and the junk food and the high fat food. But what I said to people, reduce the sodium from the table salt. Don't really put those cubes, which is actually adding more sodium and also cancer causing substance, monosodium glutamate. And then now you can actually choose to use the natural spices and also the rock salt or the sea salt instead of the cubes and the sodium. So then we actually have people to have like a good fat instead of the fried food. So which means you can actually choose now nuts, seeds, avocado, the coconuts, olives to get the good fat. So these are the things you can actually do, and it takes 2 weeks to reverse it. But we don't really ask people to give up this program 2 weeks. So the 30 days later, you will see the doctor, and doctor will tell you whether you need to come off medication. Yeah. But
Okay, fantastic.
reversible.
So someone with hypertension, they have a lot of hope in terms of being able to in some cases anyway, being able to not have it anymore, or it depends on the severity of it, I take it. But the good thing is managing the situation, which is one of the things first before they can stop it from or reverse it, or so they have to manage it first and one of the ways to manage it is obviously by the food, and one of the ways of getting rid of it is obviously by the food. So so that means that the power of the food is so important. I say one statement, and obviously I'd like to also thank the sponsors of the show, Bien Manger, authorized of Salad Master, and thank Salad Master for the show. But one of the things I always say is your food is very, very powerful. Yeah, it can either be your problem or it can either be your solution. You decide what your food is going to be. And I think listening to you today with regards to the fact that a yam is not just a yam, yeah, or a cocoyam is not just a cocoyam. So you don't just because syrup says you need yam and you need cocoyam and you need this rich of potassium. Remember, you can take that yam, and as syrup says, you can take out the goodness, the value. Am I right? The value of the yam. So that yam that had so much value when you bought it, and by the way, you used your money to buy it.
Yes.
You mentioned you mentioned that people peel it, which loses nutritional value, yeah, of the yam. And then also people add it to water. You mentioned that the water soluble vitamins and minerals dissolve into the water. Exactly.
Yeah.
So what we have to be careful about is it's not like people are unconsciously taking out the value, and that's one of the reasons why we have our Chef Gina, isn't it? Chef Gina is actually showing people how to cook that yam, isn't it? To be able to provide, to be able to keep the value. So that the whole program, the information is how to do it. Am I right? Sure.
Yes, absolutely true.
So, can you hear me?
And
Am I right? Okay,
yeah,
okay.
I can hear you. What you mentioned here, I can relate it to hypertension and the diabetes. The yam is actually starch vegetables. So if you are gonna eat it like a boiled one, which is cooked in the water, the water actually lost all the nutrients already. You might have maybe 10-15% of nutrients instead of 93% if you are gonna cook it in a culinary basket, which you can find out more if you haven't heard of it before. And then starch in the yam is going to cause issue a lot with the blood sugar level, with the causing the toxic fat, like inflammation, cancer. Like it will actually lead to cancer if you have too much inflammation or the toxicity in your system. So that's why cooking it in the culinary basket in Salad Master, then you will also reduce the starch. So you are actually having less starchy vegetables, which you have it a lot in Ghana. You can't avoid. Like, for example, when I talk to people in Ghana, they said to me, I have diabetes, and my doctor said that I can't eat yam, I can't eat banku, I can't eat kenke, I can't eat this. And I'm just thinking, oh my God, what are you going to eat? Because this is your traditional food. I say, okay, we have a solution. You can still have what you really normally eat, even the carbohydrates. But the choice of the carbohydrate is unprocessed, low glycemic index, and also starchy vegetables. We also reduce the starch, and we don't ask people to get the banku and kenke in the box, which is in the supermarket. Please get the things more natural as possible. And then I already put it in the menu, how you can make the banku kenke, even the different alternatives we gave you. So you are going to go back to your ancestors' way of eating, basically. Everything is actually coming from the nature, not from the box. So then you can still enjoy your life eating your traditional food. So yeah, this is something I wanted to add. So yeah, hopefully we covered the hypertension and the diabetes. So if you have any questions, you can always send us. But what I would say, diabetes is a big subject. Maybe I can actually recap and cover a bit more next time when we meet. And then yeah, then please just be more active, because we have a Facebook platform. So you can also drop your messages there. And then if you haven't really started yet, I would say it's your opportunity to really start right now, because this is actually something like you can't really find it anywhere in the world. The collaboration with like Food for Life, Salad Master, and then also like we are here to really help you, and then also help your family to really for the prevention and reversing lifestyle diseases. So I would like you to really just to continue until you complete. So because it has to be the consecutive 30 days. So if you started and if you feel like giving up, for example, the first 3 to 4 days, you might have some symptoms of like feeling kind of low energy, have headache, nausea, bloated, have some gas. You might be thinking, oh my God, am I getting worse than I actually first started? Yes, you will get worse. Reason is because you are removing excess of the fat, excess of the toxins, excess of the carcinogen, excess of the hormones and undigested food, which are actually blocking up your system and causing lifestyle diseases. This is the reason that we actually wanted to set up 30 days to help you to really reverse lifestyle diseases. So maybe I will tell you a little bit of benefits of doing the 30 days. I think the last show we probably mentioned, people who did this program, they haven't only kind of reversed one thing. So for example, if you currently have high blood pressure, so if you currently have arthritis, cholesterol, problem with like being overweight and the low energy, and then taking like different kinds of medication and all sorts of things, you might be thinking, is it going to be helpful because I have all these things already? Yes, you are the right person, because we saw the result in one person, like really reverse all of the above I explained. People lost 5 to 10 kg, and they reversed even high blood pressure, cholesterol at the same time. And then also they had the arthritis at the same time. So they couldn't do exercise at all. So some of my clients, they were already 60, 70. So they started doing even like strenuous exercises because their symptoms completely changed. The breathing is completely like changed, because we also have people with the exercise part as well. So yeah, these are the bonus you will get. So I was just mentioning about the benefits people will get. That's why I'm saying, if you haven't started, please, this is your chance to start right now.
Well, fantastic. Well, we're having internet challenges. I think the only place they're not having internet challenges is Turkey. So
Oh yeah,
congratulations, Turkey.
It's okay.
Yeah, congratulations, Turkey. But I'd like to say, so have you almost finished now with regards to
Yes, I
the
covered the 2 of the subjects we were supposed to be covering this evening. So, but if
fantastic?
anybody wants to connect with us on the Facebook platform, they can drop the questions, and I'm happy to answer it next show, or even on that platform. I don't have to wait until next week.
Great, great. So, Seb, I'd like to say thank you very much again for spending an hour with us on Sunday, your busy Sunday in Turkey. I know it's in the evening there. What time is it in the evening there at the moment?
Oh, it is now past 8, like 4 past
Past
8.
eight. Past
Yeah.
eight. Yeah, 3 hours ahead. Yeah, 3 hours ahead. But I hope anyone on the show, please, if you want to ask any more questions, please put the questions in. Or what we can do is, those of you that don't know about the 30-day health restore, please put a message on the comments that you want to find out more information about joining the 30-day health restore. I myself have done the 30-day health restore. Mine finish was a week ago. Yeah, I still haven't eaten any meat, by the way, sir. You might be proud of me. I haven't eaten any meat yet. Yeah, I haven't eaten any meat. You're proud of me. Yeah, you're proud of me. Well, it's not like I don't want to, but I haven't eaten it.
And
Yeah,
also, you are not gonna crave as much. You will probably eat it, but very less and in moderation. You are not going to crave as much as you
exactly.
used to. Right.
Exactly. So now, if you do the 30-day health restore, especially for men on this call, I know women are very important also on this call. And by the way, it's Women's Day next month, I think it is. So, guys, remember. But anyway, one thing I'll say to you tomorrow, yeah. One thing I'll say is like we've got to basically take care of our health. Sarah has shared some valuable information with us regarding hypertension, linking it to obviously the high blood pressure side too, also the diabetes side. And am I right, sir? Some people don't even know they have hypertension.
No,
am I right?
It's all hidden.
Yeah.
It's very like a silent killer, honestly.
It's a silent killer. So
that's why whether you know it or not, in this program, if even you have it, for example, you are not aware of it, you will reverse it like that naturally. So that's why it's an opportunity for everybody here to really do for prevention. Even you have it, you will reverse it as well. Yeah.
So even listening to what you just said there, get on the 30-day health restore, because guess what? If you have it and you don't know you have it, by the time you finish the 30-day, you might not have it. Yeah,
that's for sure.
So whatever is in your body right now, yeah, get rid of it. You don't even know it's in there. Get rid of it by what? By going on the 30-day health restore. And there's a telephone number there on the channel. I'm going to just show you. There's a telephone number on the channel regards to how you can actually get more information about the 30-day health restore. You'll see it on your Facebook or your YouTube or wherever you are in the world. But listen to that carefully. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? You mean in the 30 days health restore that I did, I might not have thought I had any illnesses, but I might have had some that might have been on their way. But the 30-day health restore stopped them on their way, isn't it? Stopped them,
yes,
took them out. Wow. So please don't think that the 30-day health restore is just for people that have lifestyle disease or have an illness. It's also for people, am I right, that want to be healthy and stay healthy
Yeah.
Even if you're healthy now, you don't want to go from healthy to unhealthy. You want to stay healthy. So that's the kind of things so all these foods and you know the great thing about the 30-day health restore, for me, because of the experience I've had, it makes you start appreciating your food again. It starts making you understand the value of food. It starts making you want to cook every day. Yeah, because guess what? You're going through this whole program 3 times a day. And those that haven't joined, my advice is to join. Syrup is amazing. The Dr. Toby is amazing, information given. Then you've got Chef Gina. Oh my God, Chef Gina. I've learned some Ghanaian dishes. I've done some Ghanaian dishes, man. Yep. And that's really exciting. So not only are you actually taking care of yourself by eating the food, you're also starting to learn new things. And also you can also help others, because others might not be in a position where they can cook the food. You can show them and demonstrate it too. So Sarah, what I'd like to say is thank you very much for the call today.
Welcome. Thank you very much for joining us.
I salute you again, as usual. And I'd like to also say thank you I'd also like to say thank you very much to Olali. I know he had some challenges in Accra, but he'll be back. He'll be back with Dr. Toby. I think it's Thursday, but he can confirm that. And he'll be back with you on Sunday. Yeah? Okay. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. And should we say good night, good morning, and good afternoon? Good evening.
Good evening.
All right then. Thank you.
Bye. Have a good day.
Thank you, Sarah. And remember, I'd like to say thank you to our sponsors, Salad Master.
Thank you, Salad Master.
They made one of the things they're giving back to the community. And thank you very much for Bien Manger for also giving us the platform to be able to run the show. And most especially, thank you very much to Sarah. And thank you very much for Chef Gina. And thank you very much for Dr. Toby. And also thank you very much for everybody that's watching today. Remember,
and
if you want...
Thank you very much, Tony, for joining us. Thank you.
And remember, the Salad Master machine, we're giving 75 Salad Master machines away next 75 days to 75 families. If you want a free Salad Master machine, please put "I want a free Salad Master machine" in the comments. And guess what? Somebody will get in contact with you and you will be on your way of getting your free Salad Master machine. Thank you very much and good night. Good night. Bye.
Bye. Bye.